Hey everybody, I know I haven't done a live in forever. How have you guys been? And let's see, let me share it to my group. See, I don't even know how to do all this stuff. It's been so long. Okay. There we go. Now this is funny. Hey Mary. This is so funny. Okay, I haven't drove on a road trip in, I don't know, 2 years maybe. Oh, that's so sweet. And when I got in the car, I'm like, how do I set the cruise control? Because I haven't had a trip in a while. And I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but my best friend from college, she passed away suddenly a couple weeks ago, and it has just hit me hard. I've lost 3 amazing people. Hey, Henrietta! 3 amazing people this year that I truly loved. And so that was hard. That was hard too. But I know y'all are saying, what do you mean by it's only coleslaw? This is a saying that I have used for years, and I kind of have to explain it. And I hate lives where people take 2 hours to give you 5 minutes of information. So I'm going to try my best. Well, it won't be 2 hours, but I'll try my best not to make it more than 30 minutes. Aw, thank you, Henrietta. I've been praying for you. Yeah, it's just been a rough time. And like last night, you know, helping Lane with homework. He's adjusting to middle school. Can you believe that? Ah! So I work my business while he's at school, and then when he comes home, we do homework. So I'm doing that. But now, one thing that you guys probably know about me is, you know, I suffer from PTSD, anxiety, depression. I don't say that a lot to people because they're like, oh, well, you know, or they put a label or whatever, you know, on you. And a lot of people have. You know, I had a rough childhood. I'm not going to go to all of that. And a lot of people are like, well, I had a rough childhood and I didn't need, you know, therapy. Well, maybe they should revisit that. But, you know, that's just, you know, my opinion. But, you know, some people, they need additional help, and that's what I needed after I had Lane. I had 4 major surgeries before he was at the age of 2. I later on found out that I struggled from postpartum depression, which they did not diagnose. I was having issues with my PTSD. The dream job that I had in my mind, I went back to college to get. I got hurt on the job, so they had to rebuild my wrist. They had shortened my ulna bone. I was in pain for probably a straight year. I lost my job because of that, and my meaning, you know, because I worked so hard to do that, and I lost it. So, you know, I dabbled with the movie industry, trying to find my outlet. And I found paparazzi. But before that time, while I was trying to survive, I guess is what you would call it, you know, I went through counseling. And I remember this one day, and this will explain everything about the coleslaw. But going to therapy, it was almost an hour drive because I had to go to, hey Sonia, I had to go to a specialist. I had to go to a molestation, rape therapy specialist to help me with that. And so she was like an hour away. And so on the way there was Chick-fil-A. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Sonia, good morning. And so it was on the left-hand side. There was so much construction. Oh my gosh. Hey, Jenny. So, and it almost took you 15 minutes to turn into Chick-fil-A. Well, I was craving slaw that day, coleslaw. That was when they were still having coleslaw. So that ages my story, doesn't it? But anyway, So I had this plan, I turn left, I go into, get the coleslaw, and then I can turn right, and then I can go to the therapy office. I don't have to cross over the construction. So in my mind, I'm like, I need to check the bag so that they don't forget to put my coleslaw in there, because I'm craving coleslaw. That's why I went to Chick-fil-A, to get my coleslaw. So I get in, and I go to the window, and I pay, and I drive off. Do I check the bag? No. Of course I don't. So I turn right, and I turn right again. I go back behind the construction, and I sit there in the shade to eat my coleslaw. I open the bag. There's no coleslaw. Of course there's not. And of course I go through that, Shelly, you knew to check that bag. Shelly, you knew they would forget. Shelly, you knew that you were craving it. And why did you not check the bag? Of course you didn't check the bag. You're so dumb. Why would you not do that? Now I have to go through all that construction, and I don't want fries. Why can't I just settle with fries? No, because I wanted coleslaw. So I turn left again. It takes me like 10 minutes. Going to Chick-fil-A, I'm mad. Oh my God, I'm so mad because I purposely went. I purposely did all this to get coleslaw. And I walk up to the counter, I was like, you forgot my coleslaw. And she looked at me like, because you could see it in my face. I was pissed. I was pissed. So she's like, here, kind of like, oh my God, is she going to hit me? Here's your coleslaw. She like puts it way over to the side. So if I hit her, if I, strike her or something, I will miss. So I'm like, thank you, kind of thing. My pleasure, kind of my attitude. Get to the car. I look at the time. I'm like, crap, I'm going to be late for, therapy. I got to hurry. I got to turn left, or turn right. I'm sitting here eating the coleslaw. I'm not enjoying it. I'm mad. I'm like, why? You could have saved all this time if you had just checked the bag. That's all you had to do, Shelly. Check the bag. Because you wanted coleslaw. So I got to therapy, and she's like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? So I told her. And the more I talked, the madder I got. And I remember her looking at me like, I remember that. And she's like, Shelly, your mom is dead. Let her die. Crap. That hit hard. But I didn't realize how much I was doing that internal dialogue to myself. And she goes, what if you were Lane? What would you tell Lane? I was like, well, go back and get the coleslaw. It's no big deal. She said, then give yourself the same grace that you would give Lane. That hit hard. That was probably my first wake-up call to realize how much I was taking from my childhood and keeping on carrying it. And I know right now is a frustrating time. I feel like I'm taking one step forward and 20 steps backwards. I'm losing amazing people in my life, and I can't control any of it. I can't control sales. I can't control school. I can't control. I just feel out of control sometimes. And so I have to remind myself it's baby steps. It's just coleslaw. Give myself grace. It's okay that you didn't have more than 2 viewers on your live. It's okay if you only sold 4 pieces of jewelry. And I know I'm kind of talking about paparazzi because that's my thing right now. But even like with Lane, last night he got upset because he couldn't find a library book. And I'm like, what's the worst thing that can happen? We have to buy the book. So you have a major test today. Don't you focus on that book. You ask your teacher, we'll write notes, and you'll see it'll eventually come up. That book will come your way. Oh no! I don't know why I'm having screen freeze. I'm seeing everybody come back on, and I hate that. I'm not freezing. Durr, because I'm doing it. But, so hopefully this will come through. But I was like, don't you dare focus on that library book. You focus on your test. If we find it, we find it. If we don't, we don't. It's just coleslaw. It's just coleslaw. And years later, the same thing happened to me. Seriously. You know, I ordered something else. They didn't give it to me. I was like, okay. No big deal. Of course, I know I was going through a very stressful time at that time, and I know that, you know, exuberates everything. But just give yourself grace. You know, this is why I'm saying this. And if you hear me say it, I say it to my group sometimes. And I don't know if I've said this a long time ago. I forget what I tell people and what I don't. But, you know, right now, we're just not in control of everything. Well, honestly, we never are. We really are not. I can't stop the world from turning. I can't stop, you know, different things. So we're really not in control. But we can control what we do, what we say, how we feel, how we communicate, what we tell each other, what we tell ourselves. And that's huge. That was a big deal that I had to change in therapy, was mindset. So, you know, if you feel yourself getting aggravated, and that feeling, when I feel like that about the day about the coleslaw, I'll stop and say, okay, I'm feeling that feeling. It's just coleslaw. It's just coleslaw. So this is just to encourage you guys. Keep going. Don't get frustrated. Give yourself grace. It's okay. You know, next time when you go through the drive-thru, hopefully you'll be getting that coleslaw. Wait a minute. Chick-fil-A they took it away, okay? So we may never get our coleslaw ever again. But it's okay. I survived, you know. I have to go to the barbecue place down the road to get my coleslaw, but that's okay. But I hope this has helped. Another thing that I do before I go is, I guess I should have done this at the beginning of the video, but I want you to put your hands together. And then I want you to take your hands and move them either to the right or to the left, where it feels very uncomfortable. Yeah. This don't feel good. But I want you to grasp that feeling. I want you to let it go. Now clap your hands together. How many of us went back to what feels normal? I dare to say 90% of us, 95%, most of us went back to that normal. And I know right now everybody feels like nothing is normal. I get it. I'm the same way. You know, and every year, like I said, with Lane, you know, it's a different year. It's a different normal, you know, with school and his achievements and, you know, all that stuff, trying to juggle his homework and how much he needs me. You know, he was in virtual learning for a year and a half. So I basically sat there in front of a computer screen with him and helped him learn all this stuff. And then I had to do that plus my business, and yeah, it was a challenge. We're all going through challenges, whether it's health challenges, New Year's, new challenges, new days, you know, things throw at us. I used to do lives, and right now my schedule is just not open to it. I miss lives. I love doing this kind of stuff, but it's just not in, the cards right now, which is okay. One day I'll get my coleslaw. So put your hands back together. All right, did we go back to the normal, or did we go to the, I actually did the, uncomfortable. But I want you to get to the point where you can do this and be okay. Now, yeah, it may not be comfortable. Yeah, it may not be what we want. But we can do it, and we can survive, and we can live through it. We can grow stronger for it. We can sit here and drive people crazy that has OCD. I have that too. But, while I'm sitting here doing this, they're going to be like, Shelly, oh my God, please stop. But you do what you can do. You give yourself grace. If you're not hitting your cells right now, that's okay. It's okay. Give yourself grace. Give yourself understanding. Give yourself love. Tell yourself that one day you're going to get that coleslaw. And you may have to go to another restaurant to get it. That's okay. That's okay. Because we're going to make it through this year. And we're going to come out on the other side going, we did it. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, it was hard. Therapy's hard. I got through it. I got through a lot of hard days. A lot of hard days. But now I can do it. Okay? So that's my challenge to you guys. Change your mindsets. Stay positive. If you have to create your joy, create your joy. I had to do that. And the first couple of times I would sit there and I would cry like a baby. I'm like, yeah, I'm joyful. But it got easier. And it's just a habit that we need to learn. So work on it. I love you guys. I appreciate everything that you do for me. Like y'all were saying, you pray for me. I need those prayers every single day, and I pray for you guys. I love you immensely. Thank you for making Shelly's Bling a success. I couldn't do it without you. I really couldn't. And like my little saying up here, paparazzi, life is short, so live it. Love is rare, so grab it. Fear will come, so face it. Memories are precious, so cherish them. We only get one life, so live it. Oh, I love you too, Crystal. And because I know you've gone through some changes and stuff, but you know what? We came through it. We're going through it. We're gonna make it. And I pray for you all every day. That's no joke. So I love you guys so much. Mwah. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.